Soon to be found out. All the real things. Quiet.
Try really hard to make the silence of the universe happen. Try harder, please. Clench your butt cheeks. Put all your effort into making the silence of the universe happen. You did it. Welcome to Satsang Loves. I thought it'd be sweet to talk about the state of the world and non-duality and satsang and silence. And my dear friend Deborah taught me about making a set list last week, and it was really fun. My printer isn't working, but I have it all in right here. So for those of you who have not been to a satsang before, raise your hand. Oh my God, I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yay. So satsang is a Sanskrit word. Sat means truth with a capital T, and sang is derived from the word sangha, which is a community of like-minded, like-hearted beloveds. So it's a coming together in truth, a coming together to notice, celebrate, rest as this indescribable, aware, loving intelligence we are. Noticing that it takes no effort to be who you are. You don't need to clench your butt cheeks and make the silence of the universe happen. It's already here. Already silent. Silence, in fact, has no opposite. Every sound, which is the celebration of silence, announces the presence of a bottomless listening. Awareness. Or in some spiritual subcultures, plain ass cracker. I guess that'd be my spiritual subculture. And there's a whole world here. And we can't deny what's unfolding, what's happening, all the beauty and wonder and all the horrors and atrocities and malpractice, the abuses. And one of the beautiful things about getting familiar with this vast, open capacity, a presence, is that we don't have to deny, run, bypass, change any of that, but we have the capacity to meet it. And so let's talk about some of these little pointers, shall we? Non-duality, our true nature, and the state of the world. 1. Uno. All is awareness. I figured let's go to the end first. All is awareness, even the ache. Nothing is outside of awareness. Nothing. Not war, not peace, not despair, not delight. Even the world's heartbreak is appearing in and as the undisturbed presence of who you truly are. You are not what's happening. You are what is aware of what's happening. So even now, with all that's unfolding, sometimes we imagine that there's a lot that needs to happen before we can finally rest as peace, the peace that we are. A lot of stuff that needs to happen in our imagined identity of who we are. We need to eat better. We need to meditate more. We need to we need to not feel any attachments when we have that one night stand. We need to we need to fix our chakras. We need to get a third eye lift. All, all the things we need to do as individuals. We need to take that course and this course and that course and that. Yeah, and then when the world, we project that onto the world needs to. Finally, I'm a bodhisattva because everyone's suffering, so I can't be at peace or know the truth of reality until everyone stops suffering, until everyone heals, until everyone stops being fuckers, until everyone stops doing all the shit they're doing. So no longer fucked up, blah, 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 ding, 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 sing, ding. All these projections until we ascend, until the aliens come and save us all, until everyone finally knows how to work their Merkabas and twist it to such a degree that we can finally ascend to another dimension. Guess what? That other dimension is also but a thought, appearing and disappearing now in the presence of you, the awareness of you. Before any notion of you has ever appeared on the screen, before any notion of you as the movie of your life has ever appeared, after the movie of your life sings its last credits, and even during the dance of projected light and shadow of the movie of you, or the multi-season of you, is this aware immediacy that allows all to have a full life and all to have an honorable undoing. But you as consciousness, awareness, stable, clear, bright, present, available. Número dos. The world is not the problem. Belief is. The world arises as it does. This room arises as it does. The stars arise as they do. The suffering comes when we believe our thoughts about the world. Investigate the assumptions, question the filter. What remains when all stories fall away? What remains when all stories fall away? One thing that I love is in really honoring reality, which is this moment, you discover that you're not contributing to the suffering of the planet. Suffering of the planet is also just your own suffering. And in the moment that we find a home within ourselves, we give this whole hologram a giant breath of fresh air. We actually give peace a chance. We actually give humanity a chance. We actually give our environment a chance. We actually give the world a chance. This is discovering the bottomless, our endless capacity for compassion and grace. Many, 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 many years ago, in just in all sitting there noticing our addiction to the pollutants of our mind, now that is outpictured in the world. And then seeing the world with all of its satellites and all that's unfolding. And then looking at the planet as we look at someone we love that may have some thoughts there, that may be going through a dream of suffering. And holding this beloved blue water jeweled speck of life with such compassion. The planet is so free to also be fucked up. The collective consciousness of the planet. Maybe humans are the thoughts of the planet. Traffic is the thoughts of the planet. The pollutants, maybe this planet is having in its teenage years of existing a sense of not loving itself, or punk rock, or cutting itself. Who knows? But to hold the world as you would hold someone you love in such compassion is fully available. Because you as awareness, just as body appears in you, all things appear in you, including the planet. This planet is appearing, flourishing, and dissolving in the unchanging of you as awareness, as consciousness, as that which allows every dream and which has never known any dream. The self with the self. Okay, let's look at number 3. True nature has no opposite. Who you truly are is not good instead of bad, or peaceful instead of chaotic. It is the ground in which both arise and disappear, untouched. Not an experience, but the unchanging context of all experience. So for a moment, notice all the things that you see are good and look at one hand. And all the things you imagine are bad and look at the other hand. And who is looking? Who sees? Who has seen everything unfold throughout your life? What has seen every negative thought, every positive thought, and all the ones in between? What has seen all the sensations, all the sense of health or illness? What has seen civilizations rise and fall? Circumstances rise and fall. And yet still, silent, vast, allowing. What appears to be a crisis may be a cracking open. The so-called state of the world is not separate from consciousness evolving. Systems collapse to reveal what's already whole. Your presence is part of that unraveling and reweaving. Systems collapse to reveal what's already whole. We are moving from the innocence of relying on a very innocent, closed system of intelligence that has innocently created an expression of that as this unconscious world, the institutions, the education or lack thereof, all the different things. And as we continue opening, we discover we don't need to rely on those limited, unsustainable resources of intelligence. But there's a vast reservoir of clean, conscious energy, clean water, clean air. I love it. It falls into also the parallels of looking at our technologies of unsustainable resources. And this gentleman known as Stephen Greer, who's dedicated his whole life to inviting the exploration and the disclosure of technologies such as Nikola Tesla has invented and gotten robbed of, that actually tap into the clean energy of all of existence, of every neutrino passing through us in this very instant. So it's so interesting that there is that glimmer of a possibility of a planet accessing clean energy. But we don't have to wait for that, because that clean energy is our nature. Now, how does it look for a mind to tap into not so clean energy? When we're indulging in our thinking, oh my God, that means this and this means this, and they should have done that and they should have done this, and this is what's happening and that's what's happening, and oh my God, this is what this and this is what that is. And maybe if you're in some family, it's a oi. And maybe if you're another family, it's a I. And that's wonderful and wondrous. And we got other options, beloveds. So to stop, drop, and roll. To stop, notice, hi mind, that opens us up to an effervescence, availability, a spontaneous intelligence. Let's take a deep breath together. It's okay that we've been so indoctrinated and so trained to focus on our thoughts version of things. It's like we think our thinking is what's going to keep us alive. And then we're always in survival mode. But to open, to notice, we move into the next pointing. Don't fix the world, meet it. Don't fix the world, meet it. The world doesn't need your control or best ideas as to what's best for everyone. It longs for your presence. To meet pain without resistance, to listen without agenda, this is the healing. Change ripples from being, not effort. It's so sweet discovering, oh my gosh, in any heated moment with a beloved, to be in the space of, I gotta manipulate you into seeing things how I see things, and you gotta understand me, and you gotta know what's going on, and just more. We've been there. It's just such a, but to stop and not have to know, not even have to understand. Presence. When people speak of let your heart speak, it's presence as heart speaking. We can trust our presence. We can trust. We can trust everything except for an ayahuasca fart. You know, I won't trust them bitches. But even trusting the breakdown, trusting the pain, trusting the sensations, trusting in the sense of reframing our experience of them not as something that's bad or that's announcing disaster, but as something that is signaling a deeper relationship. Bless you. Even the illusion is divine. From the dream of duality, we believe something has gone wrong. From the clarity of non-duality, nothing ever could. There is no other, only this, always this. No matter how many things I'll see on the screen today, no matter how many kittens, no matter how many waterfalls, no matter how many cuties, no matter how many anything, no matter how many words, no matter how many emails, it's not a kitten, it's not a waterfall, it's not a cutie. It's still just the screen. Everything we experience, no matter how many times we call it something, it's still just awareness. Still just the universe with itself. And in that rest, again, so available to be instruments of solutions and creativity and possibility. But we notice that it's all big one-ass namaste. It's like, oh wow, you really were convincing there. And the light in me recognizes and greets the light as you. You were so, Lord, how you persistently. And that's what reveals itself in our willingness to rest as presence, as awareness. We no longer see the world from mind. That's mind seeing itself. But we're like, oh, hi. Seven, let the mind do its dance. Say, hi, mind, and rest as what sees. Don't try to stop the thoughts. Don't wrestle the storm. Instead, notice the one who notices. That noticing is freedom itself. Have you noticed the more you try to stop the mind, the louder it gets? Lord have mercy. It's like the Hydra. You cut off one head and 10,000 grow back. But to give it space, to let it be itself, not put it in the concentration camps, not put it in the the alligator Auschwitz, not put it in the prisons. That's what we try to do to our minds and our feelings and our emotions. No, 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 no. You gotta get away. You gotta. But to let it, give it free reign. Like, do your thing. Oh, do your thing, beloved. I would see it as like dancers at an ecstatic dance. Have you ever been to an ecstatic dance and everybody got their groove? Everybody got their something. Everyone doing their own little. And is the floor going, nope, not like that. Nope, not like that. It's like, dance, do your dance. You're so free to be yourself. Mind is so free to be itself. Emotions, sensations, body, so free. And as we allow, we're no longer informed by their brilliance. I did quotation marks when I said that for those listening. No longer informed by their, oh my God, their innocent ideas of what's best. We've seen the horrors and the tragedies and the heartbreak at humans implementing what they imagine is best for each other. But in that openness, we are tapped in, tuned in, available as wisdom intelligence, loving intelligence. And our actions are effortlessly, not because we have to or because that's what Jesus said or this person said. Our actions are effortlessly inclusive of the benefit of all. This benefit of all is our nature. We are benefit magic, fountains, overflowing benefit when we're resourced from our true nature. Okay, I only have 3 more. So fun. Love is not a feeling, it's what you are. When the heart breaks open wide enough, what spills out is not despair, but love itself. Not the sentimental kind, the unwavering, undivided, always here kind. The kind that includes war and peace and shadow and light. I wrote a poem the other day that one of the lines says, I'll make myself so soft that even war will weep in my arms. Love is synonymous with awareness. It's this moment, you know, from every leaf gets to be itself. Every atom gets to be itself. Nine, you can't awaken the world until you realize there's no you. You can't awaken the world until you've realized there is no you. This is not about becoming a better person or saving the planet. It's about seeing clearly that the you who tries is itself a mirage. And in that seeing, miraculously, compassion and aligned action flow effortlessly. In that seeing, compassion and aligned action flow effortlessly. Unstoppable force you are as love, as presence, as peace. and all that is informed by that. The art that is informed, the books that are informed, the dancing that is informed, the lovemaking that is informed, the crafts, the technologies, the inventions, the innovations, the systems, the algorithms. And 10, silence is the greatest teacher. When words collapse, when the mind bows, what remains is the transmission. The real satsang is silence. The real answer is you. Anyone have any questions? Or anything you'd like to explore or share? Can you do me a favor and grab that mic, please? You may need to stand up and lift it up. Lift it up. There, thank you.
I had the image when you were talking about ecstatic dance of
Yes.
the Charlie Brown dance
Oh,
parties.
I love that so much.
And I just, it's so beautiful to think about all of these characters, right?
Yes.
Just being totally themselves.
Yes.
And yet there's the floor,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
There's
So sweet.
It's just allowing.
Allowing, yeah. I love that.
Okay, so I understood a small part of all of those. Each one of
Yeah.
those could have been an entire evening.
I know, so fun.
And my feeling is that what you're saying is kind of we're at the center of like this sphere of creation. And on the sphere gets projected in 3D and 2D and feelings and everything all around us, our world that we live in. So that when I look up, that's a projection. I look down, it's a projection. I look at you, you're a projection. And then you said, even that is a projection.
Yay. Yeah.
So there's something behind even the awareness. What say you?
Well, there's mind's version of awareness, which is an act of being aware of something. And then there's this awareness that no object need be present. Awareness only aware of itself, where nothing has ever become something. No thing has ever been turned into a thing. No projection has ever been made. No.
There is no thing, right? So in that sense, there is no thing anywhere.
No thing anywhere. Yes. No thing anywhere. And language can have its limitations. And this is the invitation of the direct, open, resting as no description. So a good distinction could be anything that's described. Ooh. Anything described is the wondrous world of mind. And each description announces the presence of that which it appears in. And if we relax the descriptions, there haven't even ever been descriptions. Yeah.
So when you said even to try to bring a teaching to the world or to try to change the world in some way, even that is, you don't need to do that. You just need to bring your presence to the world. And if that were true, then any book that we've ever read or any teacher we ever sat at the feet of or anybody who has spent their time talking to us to get us to this awareness, were they not wasting their time, but it seems like it's a conundrum
I
because
love that conundrum. And just to clarify, I'm not saying, and I don't think I did say, that what happens is in our willingness to meet the first act of war, which is our assumption of who we are, the first separation, the first point of separation, presence appears as books, as music, as poetry, as the teaching, as all of life, as what's always been. And so it's just a matter of noticing. We have the option to either meet the world frantically and in stress and in fear and trying to solve the problem with the same unconscious mind that created the problem, or stop and allow the untamed brilliance of our true nature to write the book and sing the poem. And the willingness to be quiet. When it's your turn to be a part of this experience, there's nothing that's going to ever stop you. There's nothing that can stop you. And we know the difference between art that arises from, or music that arises from, or structures or teachings that arise from, and those that are innocent. And I don't want to do like a big dualistic, that's good and that's bad here, but it's a lived phenomena. Yeah. Think about all the things we've tried to implement, from the innocence of the scared, fearful mind, and all the horrors. I mean, we don't go too far.
I think I was having the same thought you were having. That what he just said was, it's not that you don't do anything, because good luck with that. We have to get up in the morning and poop and all that stuff. So that's not going to stop. But the variables where the mind's coming from, what you're adding, you're not changing the outer world as far as our function, because
Right.
spirit arrives, and I turned into an astrologer. I didn't make that happen. And it's my mindset that liberates me. So I still do everything,
Yeah.
and I still produce, and I still create, and the urge still comes up, and it's still busy. It's just there's a variable that you don't distinguish it well, because you're so thick in the other world. Like when you talk, I don't know what I'm trying to track. I'm following you. It's not landing in practical, and this is how you get enlightened. You're not doing any of that. You're giving us a direct experience of how free awareness would reveal itself while it talks.
Yay.
And I'm trying to track, and I'm like,
Well, this is so good, because there is no trying to get to enlightenment.
well, that's the point. So, but you
Yeah.
leave that out. You assume when sitting with you, we enter into satsang, and it's the reduction of the mental constructs that we do every day in the name of our identities. And I welcome the opportunity to get rid of me because I'm so sick of me anyway. So, so coming here is like, oh, good. Bye bye, Deborah. I get to hang with Ash and off I go. I don't even know where I'm going, but I trust him. I can't repeat what he says when we leave. Yeah, well, no, but I think, what I've noticed being around you is what I've been entrained by being in satsang and being around you is, oh, my identity, which is well developed, has very little to do with my inner world of peace. So when I figured out I could put my very small personality, I could take her off. I could put her aside in this little porch and just like, you're going to sit here. And then I can sit with him and go, oh, turn off the identity, the small personality, and just rest in the silence that I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't really care where I'm going. I feel so safe. It's kind of a strange, but you don't really bridge that well.
I'm so glad.
We hitchhike on your energy. I mean, I think this is part of why it's hard for other people to get attracted in a real way, because you're 50 steps ahead of us, and I'm hitchhiking with you, and I left Deborah on the porch, and I'm running, and then I sit next to her, I go, that's right. I'm awareness with no projection. I don't even know her name. And I love this feeling. It's a break. I'm having a holiday. But it's different than saying, come back after the holiday. I have to go to work tomorrow. So I take this energetic without forgetting that my mind is going to go to work tomorrow and she's got a lot to do. So I put her back on and and the bridge between here, Monday nights, and theirs, I always say that to him, it's like a long, like from Hawaii to the mainland, like it's a long bridge.
And that's okay until it's not. Yeah,
I think my question is, what does it take? Like there must be a formula or a code or something to get that bridge on a daily basis. Like what's the practice?
Right.
That lets me keep my identity.
So the most practical practice that has been tried and throughout so many amazing paths and spiritual paths is simply stop and rest as awareness. And not necessarily meditation where we sit for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because a lot of times with meditation, there's someone meditating. And that has its place. But to stop, it's a short moment of awareness, repeated many times. So in satsang, we stop and we open. So a sweet practice throughout your day when you're doing the dishes or stopped at a red light or at any moment, it doesn't matter what it is. You just stop and you move from fist, which is the mind knowing things, the clenching of that's a this and that's a this and I'm a this and this is this and this is what I'm doing and this is the time and this is the place and da 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 da. That's wondrous, the world of descriptions, to just a moment of an open palm where, okay, this is what I don't know, nothing, I'm no one, there's nothing to know, no one to know. Okay, great. Now I'm going to go back to doing what I'm doing. So that's a sweet practice. Just open for a couple seconds. 5 to 10 seconds or 1 minute of just stopping. And is awareness here? Do I have to do anything for awareness to be here? Oh no, awareness is here. Are all my feelings allowed to be here? Oh, yep, here they are. All my thoughts allowed? Oh, yep. Is the world allowed to be as it is? Oh, yep, there it is. And then that just becomes more and more obvious. An outshining occurs. And we notice that we're not hyper-focused on the identity or the story anymore, but there's an unshakable vastness here, unshakable awareness here, unshakable well-being here, regardless of the phenomena. And then we're so available to meet life, to love ourselves, to love our friends and our neighbors. Yes.
So I just had the benefit of spending time with this being.
Sweetie.
And what a gift. And so I found myself sitting by the creek yesterday for quite a while, just looking at the water. And I thought I could, I noted, I created a reflection that was sort of a translation, and it might be helpful
Yeah.
if I can read
Oh,
it.
yeah,
It's like
love it.
literally a few lines. But
Yes.
it might be helpful for how I'm
Yay.
bridging.
Excellent. Thank you, love.
So this is directly resourcing from my time with Ash. Okay. Here we go. I want to talk about fixing, mending, repairing, the instinct, the impulse that we have to make something better, to heal, to make whole, the part of us that responds to suffering. I want to talk about what happens when we experience this and really slow it down. We're really quick to jump to conclusions, quick to make interpretations. And I want to suggest that oftentimes the interpretations we make are not grounded in what is real because they're coming out of our own judgment about what should and should not be happening versus coming from inquiry, curiosity, investigation, presence, which is the conditions that ultimately open us into new and different ways of being, perceiving, feeling, and thinking.
Yay.
That was how it was filtering through my consciousness, what I am hearing you say.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And that openness. It's a pause, right?
And recognizing what comes out of here it's the mind.
Yes. The innocent
It
mind.
takes so much humility, but it takes safety, which is why there's Sangha.
Yes.
We humans have to feel safe
Yes.
to drop into the presence. I don't think there's presence without the safety of Sangha.
I love that. And still, that's not absolutely true.
Right.
Yeah, it can be such a sweet permission slip. But there have been beloveds throughout the ages that have awoken in prisons and concentration camps and in the middle of rape, in the middle of extreme violence.
Right.
And
So saying it has to be the Sangha is going back to the conditions.
excellent.
Yeah.
It's putting the innocent conditions on. Yeah. Sangha is amazing. And seeking safety is so great, such a permission slip. But it's not 100% necessary. Yeah. By noticing what's never touched by the dream or the nightmare. Yeah. But beautiful. I love what you wrote. And I love your capacity to be a bridge in that sense. And yeah.
Unfortunately, you have to live it.
Yes, 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 yes.
I was as you were sharing, I was thinking of the dandelion, how it opens with the sun
Yeah.
and then closes with the moon.
Oh,
Like just that dance.
so sweet.
And I think too, since coming here, just that allowing life to be the teacher.
Yes.
Like, I think you said this in some way, like, I forget how you say it, but like how you say this moment is inescapable, where it's like, wow, that is all I need to just be here in whatever the moment unfolds. It's like, wow, life really does get to be. you know, and personally, I'm someone that likes to live slow. And so that's been a fun journey to give myself that permission slip to let myself live on my own pace or just however life's unfolding.
Yeah.
And then I come to find all these things, or these things come to find me.
Yes.
And then I see like the synchronicities or the moments or it's like I sometimes can't have the words.
Thank you, love. Yeah, life shows the way. And we are being breathed, and we are being lived. Oh, good. Bless you. Thank you, loves, for this sad song. May the freedom that's here, fully here, regardless of circumstance, reveal itself in more and more delightful and obvious ways. May the love that's here, the abundance that's here, the joy that's here, the delight that's here be more and more fucking obvious. Thank you for your hearts, for your life, for your presence, for your kindness, for all the ways you show up in this world, all the moments you've chosen presence as opposed to war. Thank you. That's huge. So very grateful. What I love is in this openness, we exist as a prayer that's already been answered. And all appearances get to drink from the oasis that is our very nature, our very presence. Medicine. We do medicine as a way to really gain confidence in being medicine wherever we go, however the world shows up. It's like, how do I get to respond? What do I get to do? Oh, I get to be myself. Nothing greater. So deep bows to you. Deep bows. Deep love. What if someday we recognize that we are all the same, and that the source of everything is beyond any name? What if, what if? What if one day it's confirmed that aliens exist? And they were planning to destroy the world as we know it. Alter our perception of perceived reality. Expressing they're not here to fight, for they have come in peace. What if someday it's discovered that there is no line that separates, perpetuates the individual mind? Do you see us letting down the walls that we built up because we misinterpreted the true meaning of love? Or what if someday we recognize that we are all the same, yeah, and that the source of everything is beyond any name? What if everything we've learned just meant nothing at all? Would the earth stop spinning around and just let go and fall into the universe until it turns into a star? What if in infinity there's no such thing as far? What if miracles were too close for our eyes to see? And this that's happening right now is but a possibility. What if you are dreaming you're asleep when you're awake, always awake? What if God said, thank you back? What would you say? What if God said, thank you back? What would you say? Thank you, loves. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here next Monday. Next Monday. Oh, what if someday we recognize that we are all we are all. We are all the same, and that the source of everything. Now, when I say everything, I mean every motherfucking thing that ever was and ever will be. Oh, every